Hello everyone, welcome to my advanced listening and speaking class final project presentation with the topic inspirational figure with a growth mindset. So I proudly present my father as a character with a growth mindset who has a very important role in my life. So his name is Mr. Matthew Sutabarat, but since this is an English task, so I changed his name to Mr. Matthew. Date of birth 13th May 1969. Place of birth Medan, North Sumatra. An academic degree, a graduate of a vocational high school, majoring in engineering, and he's a father with 4 children, and he's a businessman which has his own store. Let me tell you about his life journey. So, he was born in a poor family. Mr. Matthew was born in a poor family. His mother worked as a factory worker and his father worked as a farmer. Mr. Matthew is the oldest kid, and unfortunately, his father left the house when he was only 15 years old. His father left for a girl, and since that time, he had to help his mother to take care of his younger siblings. Mr. Matthew didn't get enough education. He just graduated from a vocational high school, and right after that, he migrated to Jambi with the hope to get a job so he can send money to his family. In Jambi, he was working for a coffee shop owned by a Chinese boss, and Mr. Matthew was the favorite worker because he's diligent, he wanted to learn a lot, he was a hard worker, and of course, he is loyal. So the boss took him everywhere he went for the business thing. While working in that job, Mr. Matthew raised capital to open his own business. After getting married to my mother, Mr. Matthew started up his small business. He opened a small photocopy shop. And as people say that obstacles will always come, yeah, my father also faced some obstacle in his business life. Mr. Matthew's shop caught fire. It turned even worse because that thing happened when my mother was pregnant. So I guess that tragedy shocked them a lot because it was all new and it burned down just like that. At that time, they literally lost everything, but not with my father's patient. He didn't hesitate to start everything from zero again. He looked for a loan everywhere and he rented a shop house, or Indonesian people call it as ruko. He ran the same business as before, for the coffee shop. His business was a success, but it didn't happen spontaneously. There were many struggles behind its success. Mr. Matthew built a relationship with other merchants inside and outside the city. And I guess it was not an easy thing to do. It also took a lot of time to get a return on investment. But because he was really a hard worker, my father was able to pay back the debt, build his own store, and develop his store well. After success in his business, my father was involved in a church organization. He becomes more religious and always taught us many things. He brought us closer to God's love. He always taught us that God is love, so you must love each other as well. Yeah, some incredible things like that. The growth mindset that I have taken from my father's life is first, I can learn to do anything I want. So my father has a high curiosity. He ever told me a story when he was a teenager. He told me this. When I was a teenager, I really liked all kinds of sport, but I didn't have money. So whenever I saw someone play a fun sport, I always asked them to teach me how to play. It is very funny. Imagine you randomly see people playing sport and you just ask them to teach you. It will be awkward for sure, but that really makes him be able to do a lot of sports right now, and he's literally pro at everything. And the second one is embraces challenge. When he was working for a Chinese boss, he felt challenged to also have his own business, and this mindset led him to success. And the third is welcomes feedback and is always looking to improve. When my father rebuilt his business, he got much advices as he from others. He got much advices from others, and he welcomed that advices as a motivation for him to improve. And the fourth is failure is an opportunity to learn and try again. Even when his store, which just opened, caught fire, he didn't give up and had a patience to start again. Many people out there will give up easily after they face a problem. So it was very wise to keep your spirit up. And the fifth, the effort will not betray the result. If you have given effort to something, you don't need to worry about the result. Like what Mr. Matthew did, and now he just enjoys the result of his hard work. And last, my father has a mindset. He doesn't want his children to live a life like his life before. He wants his children to live comfortably. That's why he's working very hard. And that's why we never feel lacking. We always have anything we need, and that is because of my father's hard work. What can we learn from Mr. Matthew? Mr. Matthew has lived his best life. I mean, he lived as a wonderful father for his children. He lived as a devoted son for his mother and father, of course. He lived as a loving husband for his wife. He lived as a loyal friend to society. And he also lived to spread love to each other. So, from his life journey, I learned that we have to live our best life. And to earn that best life, we have to work hard. He taught me that it is really okay to start everything from zero as long as you want to improve every day and have a passion to reach your dream. So, my commitment to reaching the growth mindset is patient. I want to have a patient. I will set up my patience so I won't hesitate to work hard for my dream. And here is a quote from my father. The quote is, "It is okay. Papa doesn't have a degree like Papa's other friend. The most important thing is that Papa, who only graduated from high school, can send Papa's children to graduate from a famous university and successful," said Mr. Matthew as a father. At that time, I realized that my father sometimes felt insecure because of his friends who has a title, meanwhile he's not. But I was amazed more by his statement of sending all his children to college is more important than having a title itself. And this photo was taken is when my sister was graduated from medical school to become a doctor. And it was the first time, it was his first time using a graduation toga, and he was so happy that he could wear a graduation toga from her own daughter. And I have prepared one slide for my father. Papa, if you watch this video, I just want you to know that I'm very proud of you. I feel so lucky to become your daughter, and thank you so much, Daddy. You're the best Papa in the world. And also, thank you so much for to the audience who has watched this video. I hope you can take some values and motivation from my father's journey, and I wish all of us can improve our growth mindset as well. And have a nice holiday, everyone. And God bless you. Thank you.